Hello everyone, it's your host SethTheProgrammer, and today we're doing another Naruto video. Thank God. I love doing these videos. But we're gonna be talking about how fast is Naruto. Is he, well, not really how fast he is. We're just gonna be touching up on, is he faster than the speed of light? Okay. Because I feel like touching up on whether he's light speed and how fast he is exactly are two different subjects. I might touch up on exactly how fast he is in a different video, but for today we're going to be touching up on, is he faster than light in the war arc, not in the last, or not in the Boruto era or whatever, because I'm going to be saving that for a Sasuke video I'm actually going to be doing. I'm touching up on adult Sasuke, from the Hokage Naruto era or whatever the fuck. But for now, we're just going to be touching up on the war arc Naruto, when he had the true seeking orbs and when he fought Sasuke and all that. So the first thing that you should really, when you're talking about Naruto's speed, the first thing that comes to mind as a debater is Madara's Storm Release Light Fang. Okay, so let me read this for you. In the data book, okay, this technique, Sage Art Storm Release Light Fang, a ninjutsu used by those who gain the Six Paths power. They emit a beam of light to bisect their enemy. Like a sharp and pointed fang, it cuts all things with the speed of light, making it impossible for the enemy to evade even one swing. Which is kind of ironic considering Naruto is dodging it in that same exact panel. But let's go over what this is. In the anime, Naruto is coming at Madara. He has a staff out. He's trying to slam Madara with his staff. And I think one of Madara's limbo clones catches him or something. And then Madara tries to shoot Naruto. And by the time the Light Fang hits Naruto's staff, Naruto hasn't moved yet. Okay, so that means that this Light Fang that goes at the speed of light is right in front of Naruto's fucking face, and he hasn't moved. Then, in the next frame, Naruto is out of the way. Naruto moves his head out of the way before the Light Fang can move even 3 fucking inches to hit him. Naruto moves his whole head. And then Madara tries to, after he notices Naruto dodges it, he turns his head to try to, catch Naruto with it, because apparently it cuts through everything or something. But what this means is Naruto not only moved faster than light in that scenario, he reacted faster than light. I want you to think about it like this. That attack is going as fast as light. Okay? That means Naruto, he saw light. He saw light before light could touch him. Let that sink in for a minute. I really want you to think about that. Contemplate that for a minute. Naruto moved out of the way and noticed and recognized light before light could even recognize him. That's faster than light reaction speeds. No matter what you say, that means Naruto, his brain had to move fast than light, his muscles had to move fast than light, his whole body had to get into gear to move out of the way before light could just touch him. Even his eyes would have to recognize it. His entire reaction, all his reaction speed is fast than light. Now, I've seen a lot of people, because people hate Naruto, you know how it is, but people were like, well, Seth, in the manga, that didn't happen. Well, it did happen in the manga, but people think it's different. Okay, so in the manga, there wasn't some frame-by-frame animation to show you what fucking happened. In the manga, it was Naruto's coming at this dude, and then all of a sudden he stops. He's like, what the fuck happened? And then in the next panel, you just see him trying to cut Naruto's head off. You didn't see him shoot the beam out in front of Naruto like you did in the anime. It was just it just went okay, I'm stopped. All of a sudden, Naruto's ducking this beam. It's kind of what the hell just happened? The anime, all it did was just kind of okay, this is exactly what happened, because this is really vague, and if you're trying to animate this, you have to draw like this. Now, a lot of people were like, well, he didn't dodge the beam, he just dodged Madara, who was trying to cut his head off with the beam. And for a while, I was like, that's a good argument. Maybe that's true. But then when I looked at it again, I realized something. Madara was aiming directly at Naruto. His face was looking straight at him, okay? His face was looking right at him. And then, as you notice, he cut through the staff first, okay? and the staff was right in front of his face. So all the anime is saying is that the beam shot directly at Naruto's staff that was right in front of his face. And the manga doesn't contradict this at all. The manga is just vague. If anything, the manga is just vague as fuck, and the anime just kind of cleared it up. Like, because if you were reading the manga for the first time, you're like, what the hell is this? So the anime is not contradicting the manga whatsoever. If anything, it's just supporting it, and it's honestly does it a way better job than the original source material. And then when people hear that, they're like, that's an outlier. I'm like, oh god, here we go. Yeah, like I said, people hate Naruto, man. They just can't let it go. So let's go into why it's not an outlier. Might Guy, okay? Might Guy was so fucking fast that he started to bend and warp space. Let that sink in. Started to bend space, which could also be indirectly bending time as well, since space and time are linked. But to bend space, in physics, it's physically impossible to like just bend space with speed. But when you go a certain speed, you reach a certain mass, and when you reach a certain mass, you can bend space. Now, the only thing in nature that really bends space is a black hole. I'm not saying that Might Guy has the mass of a black hole, okay? Because if he did, you couldn't see him. You wouldn't be able to see him at all. And on top of that, he'd be obliterating everything around him. But he is relativistic to at least being at least light speed. He's at least relativistic in speeds, no matter what you think. Because to reach a mass capable of distorting space-time around him would require near light speed, travel, if not far greater, considering, black holes actually fucking ass rape light. You know what I'm saying? Light can't even escape a black hole. So he's at least relativistic, actually massively relativistic, lowballing. A lot of people say he's probably like 17 magnitudes below a black hole, but he's still at least massively relativistic. And then Madara is reacting to this guy. He's like, Madara could have killed Might Guy numerous times in their fight, by the way, if he didn't get saved. So Madara's coming at this guy, throwing true seeking orbs, blocking him, whatever the fuck. And on top of this, other shinobi like Lee and Minato are also reacting to these massively hypersonic movements. Like, Lee was able to throw a kunai in front of Might Guy. That means he was able to perceive massively hypersonic travel. Minato, point blank, teleported in front of Might Guy and was able to activate his jutsu again before Might Guy even moved an inch, while going massively hypersonic speeds. And it's just shit like that you really need to consider. It's not an outlier at all. And so Madara was reacting to this guy. And then you have a data book stating that Naruto is faster than Madara in his Ten Tails form. There's actually a data book that says this. Now, I'm not going to read the whole damn thing, but I'll read 3 of the headers for you. So the first one says, the caster of the Six Paths Mode has an unconscious automatically ability to like fly or levitate. The second caption says, kicking a true seeking orb, surpassing Kurama mode. His vast chakra lets him perform, kicking this shit. The third caption says, his reaction speed meets or exceeds that of Madara in his Ten Tails Jinchuriki form. It's the height of sensory ability. Naruto would, without a doubt, be able to react to Might Guy if Madara could. Now, Madara was getting his shit kicked in, but Naruto is faster than him, and Naruto is also more of a taijutsu kind of fighter. He's more like raw senjutsu and force, where Madara is kind of more like hacksy and relies on the Sharingan. He's more about like the dojutsu and eye abilities, whereas Naruto's more about the body and the physical power. So Naruto would be able to fight against 8 Gates Guy. You'd probably be able to react to him and dodge him even. That right there is enough proof to say Naruto is light speed. It really is. The data book says it, and the name of the technique is Sage Art Light Fang. Now, another thing about the Sage Arts is that Sage Arts uses nature. Sage Arts uses Senjutsu, which is natural energies. So if he's using Storm Release, which is light energy, then he is using light itself to amplify his attack. And if we've seen anything like that before, where Sasuke uses natural lightning to amplify his attacks and be actual lightning speed, then Madara literally just took light and made it damaging. It was light speed. Lore-wise, data book wise and feat wise, it was just light speed, and there's no arguing against it. It's not an outlier either, because Might Guy was literally just fucking warping time space by running. All right, that takes a considerable amount of speed and mass, so he's just light speed, man. There's no argument. And there's even lesser characters that have been stated to be like light speed, like, you know, you have Haku, who is stated to be like light speed when he's going all out. Against Sasuke and Naruto, he wasn't going all out, obviously, because he was suppressing himself. But when you look at Haku even, it was stated he was light speed just by, you know, in the data books, and it was also stated by himself that he just reflects the light off the mirrors to transport himself. So he's literally just transporting himself with light. Okay, and then, so he's fucking with Sasuke and Naruto. He's not going all out, okay? Naruto and Sasuke are not light speed at this point. They're like sound level at best. So he's just fucking with them. So what he did with them wasn't even necessary or relevant. But Kakashi, the same guy that had cut lightning in half, possibly on his return stroke, which could be very fast, Kakashi was point blank to Zabuza, running at him at the speed of lightning, possibly greater, and Haku blitzes him from across the battlefield instantaneously, which means even Haku could be light speed. Then you have characters like Raikage saying he's the fastest shinobi alive and shit. There's just a shit ton of like light speed stuff in Naruto. I mean, it's crazy because it's such a weird and inconsistent series. It's like Masashi Kishimoto, he didn't want to make his series OP, but he did add a lot of light speed shit in there, and it's kind of just undeniable. I mean, especially when has these guides out there specifically stating they're fucking light speed. So yes, Naruto is light speed. Period. No more argument. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you like my calculations, be sure to subscribe and like. I'd really appreciate it. Also, look forward to some more Naruto content, man. I'm going to be doing Adult Sasuke soon. I'm going to be doing an entire power scale on his speed and power. So look forward to that. And anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed, and until next time.